starting off with this royal blue eyeshadow. It's by Morphe. I'll have all the names of everything in the description box. But I'm going in and contouring with this shade. I'm kind of like dotting the contour because I don't want it to be super blended. I want you to be able to see some brush strokes, and I don't want it to be like super straight. So then I'm going in and blending it out, and then going back in and contouring a little bit. And then I'm bringing my contour down by my jaw. This is going to make the face look really slim, and that's kind of like how aliens' cheekbones are. Their face is just really slim, and their nose as well, so that's why I'm bringing down my contour like that. But I'm making sure to fade it out more towards the bottom because I don't want it to be really blue towards the chin area. So I already started this look off with my foundation and concealer done. I feel like it just makes everything go on a little bit smoother and just look a little bit more flawless, even if you were trying to look dead or scary or whatever the case is. But then I'm going in and contouring my forehead, and I'm leaving the center more open because aliens have wider foreheads and slimmer faces. So I'm just contouring the sides of my face and going in with that stippling motion again because I don't want anything to be too blended. So I'm just going back and forth between the fluffy brush and the more dense brush to do this technique, and I'm kind of blending in the two contours from my forehead and my cheek. And next I'm contouring the rest of my neck and chest area. Basically anywhere that would tend to be more sunken in is where you want to contour, and then later we're going to highlight everything else. So mainly like my collarbones and the little space in between your neck, and then down on the chest. A trick to finding your collarbones is kind of bringing your shoulders forward like I'm doing right here. My collarbones are just not like sticking out all the time, so it's kind of hard for me to find them. Of course, you want to go in and contour that nose because aliens have very slim noses. I'll go back in and contour later more with it, but I'm just laying down the color at this point. And then I'm going in with this shimmery eyeshadow. It's one of the Makeup Geek foiled eyeshadows. Again, I will have all the names in the description box, but I'm kind of going over everywhere that I contoured and just kind of making this more shimmery because I feel like if you were from the moon and from space, you would be really highlighted. So I didn't want to originally just go in with this instead of the other blue because I really wanted to make sure that the shadows were there, and I feel like this is just a good overlay, but to actually contour with it, I don't think it would work. But you can see that it just gives everything a very shimmery finish. And next I'm going in with this Moonstone highlighter by Becca. I had to use this one just because of the name, because it's kind of like Moonchild-ish. And then I'm just basically setting my entire face with this highlighter, like underneath my eyes, my cheekbones, basically everywhere that is not blue, I am putting this highlighter because, again, I feel like if you were from the moon, you would be very highlighted. And then to make my collarbones pop, I'm just making sure that I highlight those. And then also just like my whole chest area and my shoulders, I'm just making sure to highlight. And then for my eyes, you can do something more dramatic if you wanted, but I kind of just wanted to put that foiled eyeshadow all over, like in my crease and on my lid and everything. I just basically wanted it to be blue. And then I'll go over my eyelid with that Moonstone highlighter just to give it a little bit of dimension, but I'm not going too crazy on the eyes. You can definitely do something a little bit more crazy, but I'm just more going to focus on the lower lash line for this look. So aliens have very big, wide eyes, so to give the illusion that my eyes are wider, I'm going to extend the lower lash line a little bit further with a white face paint. I tried to do this with a white eyeliner, but it wasn't showing up as much as I wanted it to, so I would do a white face paint or a cream paint or something like that, but I'm basically just drawing like a half moon right underneath my lower lash line and then filling it in, and that's going to create the illusion that we have wider eyes. And then after that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to shade underneath of that with that blue eyeshadow just to make it look like it's actually part of our eyes and we didn't just draw it. And then I'm going to take a flat definer brush and more of that blue eyeshadow and kind of extend the inner corner a little bit. That's also going to make our eyes look a little bit bigger, and then I'm going to fill that in with white. And I'm kind of extending the tail a little bit too in a wing. I just thought that that detail kind of looked cool, but the main part that you want to do here is extend the lower lash line and then extend it in the inner corner to make your eyes look really big, and then aliens kind of have that almond shape, so that's another reason why I did that as well. You can kind of go crazy with this part. The more you bring in, or the further you bring in that white eyeshadow, the bigger your eyes will look. So I kind of extended it onto the bridge of my nose a little bit. And then I'm just going to line my waterline with the NYX Wonder Pencil. You can do anything that's nude or white in the waterline just so everything kind of looks like one. And there's no gaps between your regular eyelash line and the lash line that we created. And then I'm not doing any mascara or anything on the lower lash line because obviously we want to make our real lash line look like it's not even there. So then I'm just highlighting more of my face because I feel like I just was not highlighted enough. And then I'm going in and making sure that my nose contour is very slim because, again, the aliens have really slim noses. You can create different nostrils if you wanted, but I kind of just wanted to leave it at that. And then I'm going to fill in my eyebrows with a blue face paint. You can pretty much do whatever you want with this. You can do it with a blue eyeshadow, but I kind of wanted to bring this like aquamarine color into the look, so I'm filling in my eyebrows and then painting over my lips with this blue face paint. And then I felt like the alien kind of needed a little bit of a symbol or something, so I have these jewels from Michaels, and I'm using glitter glue to adhere them onto my face. I'm doing some on the center of my forehead and then some right on my cheekbones. The design that I wanted to do in the center of the forehead was kind of like a big stone and then kind of descending into little stones. And then on my cheekbones I did a big stone and then two little stones on either side of it. And then what I'm doing here is I took a one of the makeup sponges and ripped pieces off of it and then dipped it in that blue eyeshadow and stamped it on my face to create some texture. I just felt like the look was a little boring, so I'm going over my contours to create the texture, but I would still do the contour at first because it kind of gives more of a blended look instead of just like stamps on your face. So I'm also doing this over my chest because I feel like it kind of makes it look like you're from the moon, like little pieces of the moon, all over your body, I guess, because if you lived on the moon, I feel like you'd have parts of the moon on you. So I hope you guys enjoyed my last Halloween tutorial, and I will see you in my next video, and then next year for Halloween tutorials.